Welcome to America's Mailbox in Box Elder, South Dakota, the starting point for many full-time RV nomads and part-time travelers. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
We are excited to be here in South Dakota, and we're heading into America's Mailbox to establish our residency to become South Dakota residences.
Yep, the building behind us.
Residences?
Yeah, so for those who haven't been here, they have a lot of camping area here, RV park and things like that for people to come in and stay while they do all their business, or otherwise, I suppose. Anyway, we're going to head in and get the process rolling, and we'll kind of let you know how things work out.
Yeah. The inside of America's Mailbox is very warm and welcoming. In fact, when you walk in the door, the first thing you see is "Welcome Home." We stood in line, turned in our paperwork, and waited to see a representative to help walk us through the process. So we're back in the car, and we have about an hour wait to meet with a representative here at America's Mailbox. It wasn't apparent in the paperwork that you need to have an appointment. It makes sense.
Well, I think it's best if you have an appointment. They did ask if we wanted to be put on a waiting list, and there were several people in front of us who looked like at least on the waiting list, at least 5 or 6 others. So I think you have your choice, but if you have time and you can make an appointment and you don't need everything done the same day, then yeah, I would suggest an appointment.
Yep. We returned to America's Mailbox, completed our paperwork, and received our new permanent address. From there, we proceeded to the county treasurer's office about 4 miles away to obtain our plates and registration. A very easy process.
Well, we made it to downtown Rapid City at the Pennington County Administration Building to get our tags and title for our motorhome.
Yeah, we decided America's Mailbox could actually do this for us. You pay a fee and they'll act as a power of attorney to get all this done.
Yeah.
But since we own our motorhome and our Jeep and have the title to that, we decided we'd go ahead and do it ourselves. And it's only about 4 miles down the road from America's Mailbox.
And everybody we talked to said it takes about an hour, give or take, just after lunchtime, so hopefully it's not going to be too terribly busy.
Right, and we should have our plates in our hand.
New title and registration.
Today, within an hour.
Yep.
Versus if America's Mailbox did it for us, it could be 15 to 30 days before we get it. Yeah.
And then have them mail it and all that stuff. So and pay a fee for them to do it for us.
Right.
So yeah,
so let's
see how long it takes. Let's get it done.
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
So we walked in treasurer's office at 1:17, walked out at 1:47.
Yeah.
License plates in hand, registration, title.
Yeah.
Will be coming in 4 to 6 weeks.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah.
That
pretty
was
easy.
super easy, yeah. So today is the plates. Tomorrow we do driver's license. We actually could have gotten our driver's license done today, but
closed
the
on
office
Monday.
is closed.
Closed on Monday.
They get a nice 3-day weekend week. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have one more step to complete this process. We'll take care of that tomorrow, but we just wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
Plates are in hand.
Super easy. Way to go, South Dakota.
1 at counter number 3.
Good morning. We had just finished at the South Dakota DMV, and we are official new residents with driver's licenses.
So that was about 35 minutes to get through that. Of course, we came pretty much at lunchtime, 11:30, 12 o'clock, so it was pretty busy, but painless.
You know,
we had all of our documents, everything was in a row, so.
It was very quick. A lot quicker than, I'd have to say, Arizona's DMV.
Yeah, same sort of system. You go in, you fill out your application, take a ticket, wait your turn.
Yeah, very easy. And I think we mentioned previously that we could have gotten this done all in one day, along with our registration. Yep. But the DMV here is closed on Mondays, so we had to come back one more day and get it done. Very simple process.
Yeah.
Way to go, South Dakota. Made it very easy for us. Well, since May 2nd, our goal has been to get to South Dakota and establish our domicile, which is also residency, which included getting our registration and our driver's licenses. In the last couple of days, we finally accomplished that goal. Actually, we just finished it today.
Yep.
So within, I would say 24 hours, total of 24 hours, we were able to get our registration, our South Dakota driver's licenses, establish a physical address, set up mail forwarding, and what am I forgetting?
That's it.
I think that might be it. Yeah.
Yes. We talked earlier about the process, you know, filling out the paperwork. I mean, that really took the most amount of time. You had to fill out the paperwork at Americas Mailbox, fill out the paperwork at the treasurer's office for the registrations, and then fill out applications for driver's licenses. So, yeah, I mean, it's a fair amount of paperwork, but not too painful.
No, not at all. And one tip, if you're planning to go through this process, make sure you get all of your documents, have them all prepared and filled out and ready to go before you get to America's Mailbox. That'll help speed up the process. One other tip I would recommend is make sure you have an appointment once you get there to meet with a representative who will go through and answer all of the questions that you might have in regards to the process. They are super nice. They went above and beyond for us to make sure that our documents were prepared correctly. We had to ask them to do a couple of other things that weren't necessarily expected, and they were happy to help us out. Very friendly people.
We did forget one thing, that is insurance. So we did get new insurance on our Jeep in South Dakota, which was about half the cost of Arizona. And then our motorhome policy in South Dakota was about $500 less per year.
That's a lot.
So that's a lot.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, and the Jeep was about $250 less in South Dakota.
Wow.
For the same coverages.
That's a huge savings. Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, we go through USAA for the Jeep and Progressive for the motorhome.
Yeah.
So check those two companies out, and I'm sure you'll probably get similar rates.
Yeah, the whole process was very worthwhile for us. And then the bonus on top of getting all of this done, getting it done quickly, getting it done easily, was that there is so much to see and do here in South Dakota. We are so excited to finally get out and start sightseeing.
Yep, if the weather holds out, we're going to boondock a couple of weeks in the Badlands.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep messing with my hair. The wind's blowing little pieces around, and we also have little mosquitoes flying around our legs. Oh, yeah, another word of advice: if you're coming here anytime soon, bring bug spray.
Yeah, so this year they've had a ton of rain, more than they've had in a long time. So mosquitoes are pretty wicked.
Yeah.
And you know, other than that, pleasant temperatures. Actually, temperatures have been pretty low compared to average years. I think normally in the 90s, and it's been in the 70s and low 80s since we've been here. So
it's actually been beautiful.
Yeah, very nice.
Beautiful. So to sum it all up, to wrap up the process, get your paperwork filled out in advance. Make an appointment with a representative at America's Mailbox if that's who you're going to use. Super easy, very friendly people.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have all of the required IDs. You do need to stay 24 hours in the state of South Dakota. Make sure that you have an invoice or a receipt if you're staying at an RV park and it has both of your names. So if you're a husband and wife, make sure it has both your names on that invoice. Very important. What else? What else can you think of?
Well, I think another big service that America's Mailbox offers is you can do all this through the mail even before getting to South Dakota. And even when you get here, they can do a lot of things for you. So they have a power of attorney that you can give to them that will allow them to do your registration and title and things, just like you would when you buy a new car. When you go into a dealership, you sign basically the same paperwork that allows them to do all of that work for you, and then you get your plates in the mail. You know, that's fine if you want to wait that amount of time. It takes 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
But if you do it yourself, you can get everything done in the same day, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Except your title. The title they do have to mail to you in like 4 or 5 weeks, something like that.
Right.
So you can't get your title, new title in the state of South Dakota that day. They'll mail it to you.
Right. And everything is very close by, within, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles of each other. The wait times were amazing.
30 to 40 minutes tops.
Yeah, that was great. And we went, and I would consider it to be peak time, around lunchtime when a lot of people, you know, show up and try to get that type of work done. Nothing like we ever experienced in Arizona at the DMV. This was a whole lot quicker. So,
I think that about sums this part up.
I think it does. So hopefully this information helps you in the process. become a South Dakota resident and help you set up domicile.
Yeah, any questions, leave us
Definitely.
questions in the comment section and we'll be happy to answer
Happy to
what
help
we can.
you. Yeah.